What's Good Podcast. As always, I'm your host CJ King at CJ_is_King on Instagram and Twitter, and you live with the CJ Brain Experience. On today's episode 9 of the Black Voice. Today's my guest is Chris McKinley.
What's going on, everybody? This is Chris McKinley of Chris McKinley Event Design, Chris McKinley Events on Instagram.
Man, you ready for this interview?
I am. I'm excited.
All right, man. Look, before we get into the interview, I got a few words to tell the viewers, man. Look, I ask that you please just like the video, man. If you find this video entertaining or informational in any way, because we're gonna get some real crucial events. Today's video is all about entrepreneurship. My man's right here. He's an entrepreneur. He is an event planner. You know, we're gonna talk about how he got started in the business and what made him become an entrepreneur. So, man, if you really find this information, if you're out there and you want to be an entrepreneur, you find yourself, interested in becoming an entrepreneur, hit that like button for me, smash it. Matter of fact, break it. And when you do, man, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. You know that red button at the bottom left corner underneath this video? I need you to click that for me. And then when you click it, click the bell right next to it. That way you'll be updated whenever I release a new video to the channel, man. So we'll get into it right after these quick messages. What's your story, bro? Tell me who you are.
Man, all right. So Chris McKinley, Christopher McKinley, actually, black kid from the Zion City, Glen Oaks border.
Okay.
It's probably never been said like that before.
Nah, I never heard of it like that.
But I do live on the cusp of both. Grew up there all of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Just always tried to strive to achieve and be my best self.
Mm-hmm.
I am a graduate of Southeastern Louisiana University in communication.
Okay.
And so I had dreams of like being on TV and doing all that kind of stuff. But then, life kind of happened. I wound up in education and but yeah, like I'm an entrepreneur. I am an educator. I am.
So you're a teacher as well?
Well, actually, I'm a disciplinarian here at a charter school in Baton Rouge, right? Well,
not
like that. It's just more so like counseling and trying to not official counseling.
Oh, okay.
But just the suspensions, the TORs, the stuff like that.
Man, that bring me back.
Yeah, the parent phone calls.
I did not get along with discipline back when I was in high school. We used to be scrapping.
But I love the kids though.
Yeah.
And I think my approach to it is a little different, where I like to hear what they have to say and then teach them in the moment.
Right. Especially the young black.
Right, exactly. And our school is predominantly black.
Right.
All but one student, so it's pretty much all black. And so, I like to, make sure that they know what not to do the next time.
Facts.
But you still get a consequence.
Yeah.
So I'm a little different in that.
Actually,
and on Fridays I wear, tennis shoes and I'm hip and I wear my earrings and stuff like that. So I connect.
Rocking the Yeezy.
Right. So I can connect with them, and I think they have we have a special bond.
Yeah.
But so like I said, an educator. I'm heavy in my church at Beacon Light of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
I'm just all over the place. I help run a youth organization, Alpha Utah Youth Fraternity, and I'm also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. So
hey, good minds think alike.
I know, right?
Great minds think alike.
So I'm just kind of an active person involved in so many different things, but just always wanted to give on.
Right. Okay, so tell me, what inspired you to become an entrepreneur, bro?
Well, actually, I'm a part of an organization called Next Generation Pioneers. And
what's that?
It's a community uplift organization. It's a group of men who come together. It's a brotherhood more so than an organization. But we come together to uplift our community in different areas. So we do turkey giveaways, and we also patronize black businesses. So we will select a business for that month, and then all 50 of us will go and patronize that business, and that business doesn't have to do anything but hang up a sign for us to sign our signatures.
Right.
So we're giving and not taking anything. Oftentimes, a lot of business owners are so shocked and to where they just burst out in tears. And it really does my heart good to be able to do things like that. So we're just all about giving back to our community in different ways, and we're at council meetings, we're at all kinds of things to just kind of make impact in our communities.
Okay.
But originally, when I got into the organization a few years ago, our president, Mr. Desmond Barrow, he kind of infused in us that, you know, working for other people is not always good,
Right.
And that you have gifts within yourself that you may not be using, and that you can work for yourself. And he's a prime example of that. He has a landscaping company.
Okay.
And I never thought about it before then. I never really wanted to work for myself, but then some things transpired, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later on, to where it kind of sparked an idea. After he kind of helped train my mind to be like, man, Chris, you are gifted, and you can work for yourself. So that's kind of where I got the idea to be an entrepreneur.
Okay. What were those things that helped you move you along, like that he taught you to go down, you know, to pursue entrepreneurship?
Basically that, you know, if just looking at your own personal resume.
Okay.
A lot of times we shortchange ourselves.
Why do you think that is?
Because we were never taught, or it's not, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
If your family doesn't already own a business, you're not.
It's
really
hard to hang that shingle yourself.
Yeah, you're taught to go and find a good job. You know, and that is success for a lot of us. You know, growing up, like, you go to school, get you a good job. Even if you don't go to school, I know a lot of older African Americans will say, "Oh, go to trade school or go get you a job at a plant or something like that." And I mean, that is success for us, you know. And once we have money coming in, we want to stay there for 20, 30 years.
I can't see myself.
Exactly. And I mean, after having my mind open to different things, I can't really see myself doing that or being in one place for that long, because I feel like my gifts are not being used. And I'm making someone else's dream come true.
You're making someone else's. You're having someone else get rich while you gave up, pretty much.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I was on social media a while back, and I read the quote: "Your salary is not a bribe for you to give up on your dreams."
Right.
You know, now I just hit home. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people out there that go and get that, you know, good job with those benefits that they say, you know. And they working in the same thing 10, 20, 30, 50 years. And it's like, yo, what happened to what you said you wanted to do?
Right.
You
All
know?
your dreams are out the window. I think you should be, you should be using your salary to help your dreams come true.
Facts.
You should be, I know that my principal knows I have a business. So it's nothing that I'm hiding. And she's even tried to give me some advice on some things on running a business, as a charter school is a business. Right. So we have a really good relationship, but she knows that my priority is my business. Although I give my all to those students, my priority is my business. Yeah. And so, like, I try to take different things that she does and try to mimic them in my own personal business. And even the things that don't work, you know, and I try to do that, but I'm always thinking about my business, even though I'm getting a salary from someone else.
Do you since you are an event planner and you are work at a school as well, do they ask you to coordinate all the events that they put on, like they guess like in house there?
Right. And they look to me as the expert. Okay. And sometimes I'm like, well, no, like I mean, I don't say no, but I'm just kind of like, why me? You know. But then I think I am the event planner, because most times we like to keep those worlds separate. Our personal, you know. But then they also know that I'm going to put my all into it, and I'm going to give it, you know, everything that I've got, and then it's going to be reflective of the school as well. So yeah, I do. In the few schools that I've worked in, I've done a lot of different events. Yeah. So that's no different in my current.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about your business, Chris McKinley Events.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What is the constant mission of your business?
We are all about celebrating luxuriously. I'm not gonna say at any cost, because of course
money does matter.
Money does matter.
Money does matter.
Especially in Baton Rouge. Like, we're not in a larger market, but I know there, you know, money. We have to celebrate luxuriously in the ways that we can. But
no, are you just in Baton Rouge, or you?
Well, I travel. I travel. I've done some things in Houston and Mississippi and, you know, other places, but mostly in the southeast region of the United States. But I mean, I travel. You know, just let me know. I can plan in Hawaii if you want me to. Hey. Just give me a little time and make sure, you know, we got what we need to make it happen.
I know what that means. we all know what that means.
Right. I mean, because I always try to be straight up with my clients and let them know that it takes money to do these types of things. And then sometimes you have these dreams and goals of your events being so elaborate, but then we have to scale them down. We can still have them beautiful, but we just have to do it in the way that you can do it.
Right.
So yeah, well, I always kind of veer off the question.
Concept and mission.
Our mission, celebrate luxuriously. We are all about providing a 5-star experience for our clients.
Okay.
And always using clients or vendors who operate in excellence.
Okay.
So that
local?
is what we're local vendors who operate in excellence, as long as they can provide what we are asking for. You know, and they have proven. We're all about giving vendors opportunities, but of course you can tell if after you've been in the business for so long, if a vendor is able to handle the type of thing that you need them to. So.
Okay, so how did you get this idea to venture into the hospitality business?
Okay, well my mom I threw her 50th birthday party a few years back.
Happy birthday! Well, happy birthday to mom. You know, belated birthday. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's not 50 anymore.
But I threw a 50th birthday party for my mom, and it was so easy. My family took care of the food. I got the venue. I got a female DJ, which I was very proud of because I wanted something different.
The old school jam.
Right. Yeah, the decor was taken care of by a vendor. Who just laid it out exceptionally well. And I mean, what else did we need but food, decorations, and you know, the building. And so I was like, man, I can do this. I can do this and make money off of it.
Right.
And I liked doing it. It was fairly easy, you know. And everybody just came. It felt good to kind of have that type of power that people came to you to find out. Even my aunts and my uncle and everybody who was contributing, my grandfather, everybody was contributing to the food. They they call me Jamal, my other name, and they were like, well, Jamal, like, what do you need? You know, how do you want it done? And what was the menu? And I was just like, I can get used to this. You know,
they coming to you,
right?
I'm here, right? HNIC around here.
I'm no longer like Lil Chris, and you know, I'm able to
boss man.
Yeah, I'm able to be boss man now. So yeah, that's where I got the idea to get to the industry.
Okay, so. How do you promote your business, bro?
Social media. I love Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I know that Facebook falls not too far behind Instagram.
Well, Facebook actually owns Instagram.
Well, you know, like as far as like popularity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I love Instagram. It's just so much that you can do with it, and that's the popular thing right now. Facebook, and then I'm learning that people are actually talking about the business in a positive way. So I mean, people may think, oh, of course people, I mean, we see your stuff everywhere, but I never think like that. I always think nobody knows who I am, and that I'm constantly starting from point A, trying to get my name out.
Right.
And so I think that makes me continue to work harder so that I don't just assume, oh, you know who I am. That will never be the case.
Right.
So I keep myself at a certain level so that I can, you know, have that consistency in advertising.
Okay. You have merch?
No, not for public.
No.
Not for public, not consumption, but purchase yet.
T-shirt. It's like it's a nice little branding.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, I was talking to my bro a while back about simple branding, like putting like your social media tags everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually thinking about putting my tag on my car. Okay. You know, because I feel like, you know, like I drive past 1 million people a day, right? And I drive a simple Camaro, you know, but you know, shout out to Chevy, favorite American car, right? You know, so but anyway, I drive past 1 million people a day, right? You know, I just feel like if I have my social media tag on the window, if I'm at a red light or I'm stopped, I'm having my car parked, somebody's gonna walk past my car and they're gonna see that, they're gonna check out the tag, because we all have our phones in our hands anyway, you know. Let me pull out my phone.
Don't text and drive, folks.
Please don't. I'm gonna have, pull out my phone. I'm gonna search the net, search your name. Right. It's not long. It's very, CJ_ is king. Right. I mean, it's not that long. You can type that with your eyes closed. Right. You know, and then you're just gonna look at my content. You can double tap, click the link. You know, follow if you're inclined to. You know.
I know. I mean, if I saw a social media tag like on a car and I'm at a red light, I would probably check. You know, more than likely check it out because I'm not doing anything else.
Exactly. You just looking through. So you probably already on Instagram at the red light.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
It's pretty smart.
Okay. So, well, all right. But tell me, since you do love Instagram, man, tell me about that one piece of content that I know I saw. I know a lot of people already saw. It was like you made like a little documentary, right?
Right. That was an idea that just came out of the blue. Like many of my ideas, I'm working in 2019 to plan out more because I'm very. I think of it, let's do it.
Right.
But the documentary or the small documentary was following me like behind the scenes of one of my weddings that I did. It was actually the wedding of my assistant and a frat brother.
Okay.
So it was special in two different ways because they've known me for so long, and I had to make sure that it was right. So I figured this would be the perfect wedding to follow me behind the scenes.
Right.
There were a couple bumps in the road, but that wedding went off amazing. So I'm just glad that Eric of Seismic Media, just want to give him a shout out, was able to come and follow me pretty much all day from the time I woke up.
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes were still swollen. I had just brushed my teeth and everything. I wanted it organic, like from beginning to the end. You can hear the phone calls of me trying to put out fires and stuff like that. So that was a great piece for me.
Did you promote that piece? Because I know when I saw it, I was like, man, that's dope. Like, you really had a videographer follow you around, catching you like behind the scenes of what it's like to have, and like the importance of being an event planner,
right. Right. I think I didn't like officially promote it, but I did post it a few times. And I know I need to post it some more because I realize that there's some people who never have seen it.
I would say just run an Instagram, Facebook ad, bro.
Okay.
Go to the when you look at it, the insights and the promote button, just click the promote and run and you can set your own budget.
Right.
Just do that. Run like a $10, $20 budget, and just have it run for how many days you want it to run, and it'll reach thousands of people.
Well, that's what I'll do then, because it's actually too long to be on Instagram. It's on Facebook, so if I can have the right wording, I can send people to my Facebook page where they can look at the full thing. But that's a great idea. I definitely would. I enjoyed making it, and when Eric sent me the final product, man, I was in love with it.
So what you can do is you can post a 1-minute clip for Instagram, promote the 1-minute clip, and then have the link says watch more. You really promote it to have them watch more. So when they click it, it goes to wherever it's posted at.
Check that out.
Most definitely, bro.
Check that
you know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask you, but I'm 26. How old are you, bro?
28.
You're 28. Okay, so as you already know, like a lot of our friends are probably getting married.
Yeah.
A few of mine that I know, they got married recently, and shout out to them. But when I go to the wedding, I was always taking notes to myself, and I was like, the importance of having an event planner or a wedding planner in itself is crucial. You know what I'm saying? Because it just relieves the added stress.
Right. I always say that you don't see the importance until you feel the stress.
Right. And I know since you in this industry, you see the bride freaking out over something that I got it.
It's not funny to me, but I love it. I love every bit of it because it's a challenge. And most times, after you've done it for so long, it's like, okay, I have to realize this is their first wedding. Maybe their first wedding. Sometimes it's not. But this is the first time that they're going through this at this moment in this time. and it's very important to them that it be fixed.
Right.
And for me, it's a tap of a button or one phone call or something like that, because that's what
and it's done.
Yeah, that's what you build up over time, those connections and different things like that. But for them, it's freak out in the moment.
Right.
A lot of times I don't even tell them, if something's going wrong. But it's very important because a lot of times people are like, oh, my cousin is going to do this, or my god sister is going to do that, or they're going to make this and do this. Yes, it may be special if they contribute. Oh, my god sister made my cake. Okay.
Yeah.
But if something happens, if your god sister is not a cake artist, official cake artist, will you be pleased with how it's pictured? Will you be pleased with how it's put together? Sometimes we have to step away.
Are you gonna get a layer cake, or you gonna get that simple rum cake that they
got? Right. And that's not trying to downplay anybody's talents, but sometimes your cousin can't plan your wedding because your cousin may want to enjoy. So if your cousin is doing the wedding, and you know she's also, or he or she is also trying to sit in the audience and make sure that you know they're with family if something goes wrong, or you can't do it yourself,
right?
You know, so like sometimes we have to realize we cannot do things, you know, we have to bite the bullet and get a professional to come in and do it. And you know, there's some family members who are more than capable, but I would like, if it were my day, I wouldn't want any family members
want to sit back and just enjoy your day.
I want somebody from the outside who's going to be objective in everything and who's going to make the right decision. Right. If I have a guest list, I don't want anybody at the door who anybody may know, because if they are at the door and I have 250 people that I've paid for per head, and there's somebody at the door who may let somebody in because they know them and all that kind of stuff, that's $30, that's $30, that's $30, you know, like
adds up.
Yeah, and it adds up. And then when I get that bill at the end of the night, it's because of those relationships, you know, they can harm you sometimes. So if I have a professional who is not as connected or not connected at all, then it may save me some money and time and stress in it.
Right. Do you get to enjoy the wedding sometimes? As like, you know?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, okay. So it is. So afterwards, like, you know, when doing the reception, you get to relax and let loose a little bit.
I make it a point, and I don't advertise myself as a perfect. You know, I'm not going to. You know, I'm just going to tap my foot. I always tell my bride and groom that I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy myself, and they want you to. After you've established that relationship, they don't want they've paid for all this food, they've paid for this alcohol and this building and this decor. They want you to take part in it. Chris, yeah, go ahead. You know, did y'all eat? Did you? And so, of course, it's after I make sure that everything is taken care of. You know, once the bride is down the aisle, once they leave the church or leave the ceremony area, and they've come back into the reception, and they've done their first dance, mom, dad dance, all that kind of stuff. And once the bouquet is tossed and the garter is tossed, I'm done. I'm done, and it's party time from there.
Okay.
And of course it's not wild, but like I make sure that I go up and I make sure that the bride and groom eats, because a lot of times I'm just gonna slide this in this a little extra.
You think you're gonna tell me the bride and groom don't forget to eat at their own wedding?
They forget to eat because there's so many people always coming up to them. So like if we can always be cognizant and allow the bride and groom a moment to just eat.
I did not know
without
that.
Selfies and without.
I did not know that.
So like you and I are sitting here, let's just say bride and groom, and they're all like, people are always coming, and they're like hugging and and they got the plate of food, and they're like selfie.
We trying to eat with the food with the steak in our mouth.
Yeah, and it's like the bride is nudging the groom, and they're like, and you know, it's just like they don't have time to enjoy, and before you know it, the night is over, and they don't remember anything. So I tell couples to stop, and that's why I stand in front of their table. If they have a sweetheart table, I stand there and I block people, because I want you to look around the room, and I want you to see what people have on. I want you to notice who's here, who may not be here, what that table looks like, why did that candle over there go out? You know, like Chris, like there's a napkin on the floor there. Can you go get? You know, I want the detail. I want you to see what you paid for, because this hopefully will be your only wedding.
Right.
And if you don't pay attention in the moment, like I will literally stand there and say, take it all in, look at everything, look at the flowers, look at what you paid for, because other than that, they'll be bombarded. Right.
Okay, so what was the first event that you got booked for, bro, and how was that experience? If you remember, because we've been doing this for like 5 years now, right?
The first event was a bridal shower in, I believe it was Homer, for a church member of mine, and they were nervous because I had to be honest with them. We met at the library. I had never done a bridal shower before. I hadn't even done a wedding before. I had a wedding booked, but it wasn't until after that. And so they took a risk on me, which I will never forget. And they allowed me to come out there, and I remember I drove to Homer, and I had the chairs brought in, and I put out the tablecloths. As a matter of fact, comedian Carissa Cropper helped me with that event because she was performing I brought her in as a vendor
Okay.
to perform as something different for
Yeah.
a bridal shower. And she was a smash hit. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Carissa, man. Look, if you looking for some good laughs, man, follow
Most
Carissa.
definitely. Most definitely. So that event went off amazing. Like originally it was in a clubhouse in the neighborhood, so it's one of the fancy neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Her mom is a strong woman. Like you could just tell the presence of a strong woman. And so she walked in like she had gone back and told them different things, but it was all like positive. And she was so excited about everything, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, this place is beautiful!" And I was just like, "Wow!" Like it's a moment that I'll never forget.
Was it hard for you to get booked the first time? Did you find it hard to get in? I mean, enter into the industry?
It really wasn't that hard once I started to define what I actually did.
Okay.
Once I started putting up my logo, shout out to Sam Ross, of Sam Ross Designs. Once I started putting up my logo, I had to define what it was that I actually did, and based off the people that I knew, which I'm so grateful to have, people who actually follow me on social media who are very supportive. Once I did that, I started to get inquiries.
Okay.
Like, what is it that you do? Oh, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And once I was able to produce pictures, then, because it's a very, very visual industry.
Yeah.
Once I was able to produce those pictures, then I was able to do my thing.
Okay, so what were some of the lessons that you learned from being, an event planner? I like, there's a reason why I say lessons. I don't want to say losses because it's a mindset. Lessons over losses.
But when it's your passion, you don't look at it as that. You look at it as lessons.
Yeah.
Holding the line with clients, and what I mean by holding the line is putting your foot down and letting them know what's realistic.
Okay.
Also,
you must get some off the wall.
Well, no, not really.
No.
Not really.
I want to skydive to my.
I wish, because I'm gonna present you with the price, and I'm gonna also present you with another option, because I'm pretty sure that's not what you really want. But holding the line and giving clear what to do directions and information, because every time I meet with a different client, it's all about educating and I understand that now. Whereas I didn't know that in the beginning, or I didn't realize that you have to educate clients on prices, and that whatever your price is, you should not budge from it.
Right.
Because you can't go to McDonald's and negotiate. You can't go to any major florist or anything. You can't go to these other companies. If you're going to let's just say,
if you want a Lamborghini, you're
right,
gonna pay a Lamborghini price.
Right.
You're not gonna walk in a Lamborghini and say, "Yo, what? I like this $200,000 Lambo. Would you take $150 for it?"
Right.
Nah.
So you can't. You will not be able to talk me down. But what I can let you know is what I offer. So lessons that I've learned is to hold the line, letting them know what's realistic, educating them on real prices. Because a lot of times we think, we can just, oh, why does that cost so much? Oh, that's too much. But that is the industry, and you will never get away from that price. You may go $1 down, but you're not gonna go away from that price.
Right.
So yeah, just standing firm, holding the line, educating, and just telling it like it is. That is what I've learned in this industry. You have to be transparent.
Okay, so next question, bro. Like, how do you define your success?
Man, meeting my goals. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just meeting my goals, my personal goals.
Yeah.
Whatever those may be. Today I was meeting with my tax preparer and just trying to make sure that my business side was taken care of.
Yeah.
That's been a goal of mine. Just trying to stay on track, stay dedicated to it. Just the business side of things. I have the creative side, but just making sure that I am legit in every aspect.
Okay. Man, that's dope, man. Because like, success is defined. We define what success means for us. Everybody has a different definition of, like, my definition is let me see the best way. I want to give it, like, write a whole book.
You
but it's being in a position to finance my dreams without having to go out, outside and like scrambling for money. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back into it. Okay, so since we're talking about success, what are the top 3 qualities that you think every entrepreneur needs to have?
Let's see, dedication.
Okay.
Heart.
Okay.
And humor.
Okay.
Because there's no way. Okay, you have to be dedicated.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Days and nights, like there will be when your crew leaves, when your team leaves, it's only you. And sometimes you have to let them go and say, "I'll take over."
Right.
You got to do.
It's your business.
Right. You got to do the trash. You got to do the toilets. You got to do all of that. Dedication. That covers dedication. Heart. You have to be able to take that loss. You have to be able to take that risk. And humor. You have to be able to roll with the punches and smile and create a new. And you have to choose your weather.
Okay.
So humor is how I choose my weather. And when I say choose your weather, you have to choose how you react to things and how your day will be. So I always react with humor.
Okay.
And I feel like that gets that. Even with my coworkers at work, it makes me feel good when they say, "I love your energy. I love when you're around, Chris, because I'm cracking jokes all day because I know the work that we do is hard." So humor, dedication, and heart.
Okay.
Yeah, say who they want, that nation, that nation, that nation. Fire, yeah. Thank God, and get money, Thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? Gonna get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? You should get a bag today. Ay, thank God, and get money, Said, I thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? You should get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? Gonna get a bag today, yeah. Tell me how does it feel? Tell me how does it feel to be witnessing greatness? You know that it's real, and you know I'ma kill every doubter that's hating. I do it with skill. Know that this ain't a drill. All this time they been waiting, they wait on Chanel. We ain't signing no deal. That's some comments amazing, like yeah. Hit my line, yeah. Please don't waste my time, yeah. I'm on the grind, throwing shade gon' stop me shine. So my business I'm mine, never ever getting phased. Ay, too much money to be made. Ay, shawty want me 'cause I'm paid. Ay, thank God. And get money, Thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? Gonna get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? You should get a bag today. Ay, thank God, and get money, Said, I thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? You should get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? Gonna get a bag today, yeah. Let me catch my tempo, ayy. Work hard, I just do it for my kinfolk. Put it in my mental, ayy. Twice as sharp, a number 2 pencil. Girl, why you so simple? No, I don't want your number, but I really want your friend, no. Never pay no bimbo, but you still get low like she tryna hit the limbo. Ayy, get low, ayy. Gonna show me what you know, ayy. Way the shorty hit the flow, ayy. Made me wanna lose control, ayy. New kicks, I've been soul searching, gotta stay fly head to toe. And I'm so sorry I forgot your name, I'm just too focused on the dough. You can't finesse me. Boy, you know your mama ain't raised no fool. Please do not test me. Boy, you know your mama said stay in school, I'm A1. And I ain't talking about a grade. It's too much money to be made. Ay, shawty want me 'cause I'm paid. Ay, thank God, and get money, Thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? Gonna get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? You should get a bag today. Ay, thank God, and get money, Said, I thank God, and get money, Said, why you looking mad today? You should get a bag today. Why you looking sad today? Gonna get a bag today, yeah, thank God. Ay, fire life on the way. Ay, fire life on the way. Fire life on the way.
What about consistency? You think you know that fits in, like?
Oh yeah.
But that probably will go into dedication.
Dedication, yeah. Because you have to be consistent. In order to be consistent, you have to be dedicated to whatever it is that you're doing.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier creative process. As an event planner, I know you have to have a massive creativity. What is yours?
Man, that's a wild process. It's really no boundaries to it. I literally have to sit at a table. I have the internet open, I have my computers open. I'm on the phone, if not with the team, just asking different ideas. Because first I want to get the ideas from the client,
right,
and what's in their head, and I take that and I flip it to things that they probably never thought of. Along with staying within the Chris McKinley brand and style, so that when you see this work, you recognize, okay, this is at a level that aligns with his brand.
Okay.
So usually what happens is I get to sketching and I get to throwing things together, especially like with wedding cakes. Oh, it's crazy with a wedding cake. Like if they let me do the wedding cake, it's over with. Like it's gonna.
You know what you're doing.
I'm gonna work with my vendors. I'm like, I don't want anything that you've ever done before. So let's put this up here. Let's turn this upside down. Let's take this entirely off, because I want everybody to have a unique experience.
Right.
And I want people to be wild and
like the Gucci and Kior.
Right. I want people to have an experience when they walk in. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I've seen that wedding cake. This is a wedding. You know. Even if you decide not to go with the cake, then we're gonna have another like the whole event needs to be creative. If you don't want to say vows, you can sing to each other. The whole thing will be creative. Like I'm gonna push you to think beyond the moment. Like if the groom don't eat cake, he doesn't need to have a groom's cake. Get him a drink. Let him do something else. Like let him have a cigar bar or something. We need to think outside the box.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
So
there's no need to be traditional.
Right. On your day, like why? Who are you trying to please by being traditional?
Yeah, I like, cause me personally, I guess like you said, I don't much care for like a big showy cake for the groomsmen. Like man, pour us up some of that good Hennessy, Richard, and give us a nice cigar. We gonna get some laughs.
Right, and when I do things like that, when I present ideas like that to couples, they're like, okay, yeah, and that creates a stronger bond because we're not box cutting.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna go with me, then we're gonna push each other. Like I'm gonna push you, probably push your wallet a little bit, but I'm gonna push you to the next level to where you are pleased at the end of the day with what decision that you made. You know, the decision that you made. Right.
Cause I know I've been checking you out on the gram and everything, bro. Cause you post some really dope pictures, you know, with, and no problem, bro. Like I'm sitting there thinking like, who is taking these pictures? Right. I've been like, cause this ain't done with no iPhone camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So a lot of those pictures, recent pictures, have come from B&J Photography. Brittany Nicole Jacobs, who I love. She has a lot of what you call natural light photography.
Okay.
Then also there's some photos from Justin Myers, who's a new he's an up and coming photographer, but he's amazing. And Prince Photography as well. Okay. There's some great and there's some photos from Chris Palmer Photography as well. So there's some outstanding people who I work with who send me a few shots. Yeah. They edit them real quick. Yeah. So they can send them to me so that I can.
Because I see you take an ordinary plain white table like the one we got right here.
I'm very familiar with these.
Yeah, and then you just like it. But by the time you're done, it don't look nothing like this. Like
man.
Like, I may hit you up to help me playing Zulu ball.
Oh man, yeah.
Like from my dad, because I'm trying to help him like rebrand his image with the law firm. Shout out to the King Law Firm. You need an attorney. See the King. Had to drop that quick dime right quick. Anyway, but I'm gonna help him rebrand the image. I want him because everybody does like the fried rice or the pasta live with double eggs with the food. I'm saying things because one of my boys I went to college with is a licensed chef. Right. I want to hit him up and say, let's get a chef catered meal. I want to do a chef catered meal, but I also want like let's provide because he invites most of his clients. Let's help him bring the clients and let's give them experience that's unlike any other. Right. To the point to where the king is jealous. Right. Because the king, he got his own stage and but he eating the same stuff everybody else is eating.
It's all about personalization. So. If you want to, like, there's so many different things you can do. Again, thinking outside of the box. Yeah. You can do the same menu presented in a different way. Right. Because there's no need for it to just be boring. Right. Right. So a chef, I rely on the expertise. Just like I expect the clients to rely on my expertise, I rely on the expertise of like my different vendors. I need you to push yourself to the next level. we're not doing the same thing anymore. I don't
especially time and time again every year.
Yeah, don't give me a regular meatball. I need a meatball infused with something and covered in some sort of sauce that's gonna make somebody slap their mama.
Right.
You know, I need it presented in a way that's suitable to be. I'm gonna push you, so I'm not gonna. You're gonna stress over this a little bit, but at the end of the day, we've pushed each other not to the next level, so that when we present work, it's like, wow, we want both of them. It's a common, like, we need both of y'all to make that magic again.
Mm-hmm. Man, okay, so as an entrepreneur, like, you've been doing this for what, 4 or 5 years now. Yeah. What is some advice that you can give to someone who's seeking and who wants to be an entrepreneur but doesn't know where to start?
My advice would be to seek a mentor.
Okay. Who's your mentor, by the way, bro?
I have quite a few.
Really?
But it's gonna be hard to name all. But like,
shout out to all the mentors.
But for one that I just recently came from, my tax preparer is actually a mentor of mine.
Okay.
It's Quintina Ricks of Flair Event Design. She worked on the logistics with Supercent. Mm-hmm. For the Christmas giveaway, the Christmas toy giveaway. Right. So she was the woman behind the scenes doing the logistics so that they could break the Guinness World Record. Okay. So shout out to Flair Event Design and Team 40 Solutions over there across from Town Center. So yeah, so check her out. But yeah, she's always pushing me. She's telling me about my prices. Chris, make your prices your prices.
That's where you get to hold the line.
She is a beast, and she's a quiet storm.
Right.
She does so much, and you would never know. And that's what I love about her, that she is honest with me, and she is helping me keep my business side of things legit, and so that we can move to the next level and do different things. And I think that's what's so important, is that you need to connect with somebody who's done it before. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid of rejection. Right. Reach out to people. I also have another mentor, Daryl Colomb of Events with Daryl in Houston. Okay. He does amazing events. You can check him out on Instagram at Events with Daryl. He does amazing events, and I've learned so much when I go to Houston just to volunteer my time. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Volunteer your time. If people know that you only want the experience and they don't want that you're not looking for money, you can gain that. Which the experience is way more valuable than money. Money is gonna come and go, but that experience is never gonna leave your mind. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so what do you believe sets you apart from other wedding planners in this industry? Well, first of all, I'm male. So most of them are female. Yeah, most of them are female, especially in this area. And so I always try to present my work. First of all, I mean, that stands out on its own. I mean, I can't help that. But I always try to present my work to be a cohesive piece. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you look, one of my colors are purple and moss green. And I know that's kind of weird, but when I put them together, I was like, man, this is legit. They both, I like both of them. I have on purple today. Mm-hmm. But even on my, you ain't got no gold with it. Yeah, You know, not a knock. Tell excuse and knock there. No, but they get it. So, but yeah, like even on my Instagram pictures, I have a purple hue. Okay. So you know when you can edit the pictures and stuff like that. So a lot of them have a purple hue. I want everything to be consistent. So when you see my work, you recognize it. And then what I try to do is I get advice. Mm-hmm. And I see what other people are doing, and but I do my own thing. Yeah. I know what I like. Mm-hmm. I know what the clients that come to me like, because they like what I like. Right. You know, obviously. And so we work together to make sure that you know that it's cohesive. Mm-hmm. I don't try to do what somebody else is doing because it's not an upper hand, but being a male in a female dominated industry, you're gonna stand out on your own. And so me standing out, I feel like I always have to be 10 steps ahead, you know, and I always try to present quality work at all. Okay. So since you've been doing this for 45 years, man, how would you say? Are you proud of where you are now? I am. Yeah. I am very proud. I posted something the other day, maybe a couple of days ago. It was a picture of my very first wedding backdrop. Is what the bride and groom got married in front of. And I was amazed at the way it looked. I was like, man, like, if I like that matches my work now almost. Like I've grown since then.
You see the growth from when you first started to where you are now.
I could do that now and people would be wild.
Yeah.
The lady from the it was at the Crystal Palace. So the lady who owns the Crystal Palace was even impressed with the work, knowing that was my first wedding. And that made me feel good. But I think that I just I don't know. I just kind of get emotional a little bit when I think about it. But just like I said, looking back at that first wedding, I'm like, man, I could even do that now. I kind of got sidetracked, but because I just got kind of overtaken just now, man.
Man. Look, hey, that's all. That's
man,
what it's all about.
It's
let the emotions pour into the mic.
It's crazy because it's your passion,
right?
And I just reflecting back, I'm good.
You good?
Let's move on to the next question. I got it.
But look, but I asked you that because like I want to know, like, how have you grown from over the years?
Okay, I've grown through process. My processes and my policies are more realistic and more concrete.
Okay.
I have a better, this is also policies and processes, but my onboarding process is a lot smoother.
Right.
I have non-negotiables that I have, and there's also a lot more that I can offer the client.
Right.
So like mimosas and stuff the morning of, and then I also try to provide some sort of alcohol for the groom if he drinks, and he, while he's preparing himself. But I mean, most times the groomsmen already have them, but just to know.
I was a groomsman. We had my mask covered.
I'm thinking, so I may need to think of something else to get the groomsmen, but
cigar.
Something like that. But some people like I had. I had one wedding. It was a military couple, and the groom. People flew in from Japan, from all kinds of places, so they had all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't really know if I should give my little, because just all of this stuff that I see, So I may need to find something else. But that's what I kind of try to add more things. I know I'm not on the cheaper end as far as price wise, but I try to add more things to their experience to create that experience. And so
Okay, man. So what would you say is next for you as an entrepreneur, bro? Where do you see yourself in the next 10, 20 years?
Wow, 10, 20, sheesh. Definitely consistently in all ways, I guess it's the same thing, but just improving my processes. Okay. I want to branch out maybe into some interior design or something like that. There's quite a few. I don't want to really release it, but there's quite a few things that I want to do. There's 2 other really big things that I really want to do. But I also want to give mentorship on that before I move ahead. And I know in 10 or 20 years, that's all of this will be happening. So I'll have multiple revenues. I also have Lit by Chris McKinley, which is a candle service. So it's not. I don't make candles. So that's often the misconception. It's a candle service where, for your wedding, if you want candle lights.
It's like an add-on.
Yeah, it's an add-on. But right now I'm putting that on hold because I really want to develop Chris McKinley event design and move that forward. So it's 2 big projects that I really don't want to mention, but yeah, I see myself working on my processes and growing into other states as far as like doing more outside of Baton Rouge and Louisiana in general.
Going back to the growing stage, like, can you elaborate more on the aspect that patience is key when when you're running the business? Because like I don't know where we fall on the lines of like not just in our culture but in general when we form our business, we always want to pop and rush to the quick real top, not knowing that we have to get out of the mud maybe for a few years. Like, y'all can't tell, but we're actually in the garage right now. This setup is nice, but I'm in the garage, fellas. People. So like, I'm getting out the mud for right now.
Man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I know patience is critical. Because you will feel so defeated if you're trying to rush. And I think I know. I'm trying to stop saying I think. Social media is our problem. Yeah. I can post all day. People swear that I'm making at least $100,000, $200,000 a year off these weddings. That's not the case. I'm still
One
getting
day.
it out the mud.
Right.
We
One
get
day.
there.
We're gonna get
Still
there.
getting it out the mud.
Every year is a little bit closer.
Right. Every year is a little bit closer, but I think that I know that social media is our problem because we can post all of our successes, but there's nobody posting. No
one's posting that. You did actually. You did post your process.
Oh yeah, behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's a good process.
Yeah, the
it showed a little. It showed some. Of the fires that you go about taking, and you have to put them out.
The groom actually told me. He said, well, prior to, he was like, Chris, I don't want to be worried about nothing. He was like, I don't want to know nothing that day. I don't want to be worried about anything. And so I made sure that happened. And so when he saw the documentary, he was like, Chris, I had no idea that you did all of that type of stuff in general, let alone for my day.
Right.
And I was like, well, that's what you requested. The only reason you found out is because we made a video. But patience is so important because you have to set timelines for yourself to be able, because this Oprah reached where she got to, like after she had so many defeats and so it takes time, and when you have that time, you gain that experience, and so you don't want to skip any of the steps because you don't want to shoot to the top because you're gonna miss that experience. You
gotta form that base, because
and the connections that come along,
right? Because you could pop quick. And Rick Ross said it. Rick Ross said it best. You're in the dream, in the goal, in the race to have longevity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could pop real quick and be gone the next. Be gone the next year.
Wonder, yep.
Exactly. Who cares if it took you 1 year or 10 years? The key is longevity.
Right.
Exactly. Okay, so. How can the public connect with you, bro? We almost out of time.
Oh,
man.
okay.
So we almost out.
All right. Well, info at chrismckinleyevents.com. That's info at chrismckinleyevents.com. You can go to chrismckinleyevents.com. You can go to follow us at Chris McKinley and follow us on Facebook at Chris McKinley Event Design. So there's so many different avenues. But just shoot us an email if you're interested in anything. My email is listed on all of those social media sites, so
Okay. All right. So one last question before we really wrap it up, bro.
Okay.
How do you plan on using your voice to leave an impact on the world?
Wow, that is really good.
I came with that question a while back.
I want to use my voice. Oh man, how do I to make an impact? I want to use my voice in a way to open people's minds. So just like I do with educating my clients, I want to open their minds to different areas because people don't really know about event planning, and it can be impactful in a lot of different things. So I want to open people's minds to the process, to what happens during these things. Like marriage is a sacred thing, so I want to be able to educate the bride and the groom and the couple in general on what it takes to make that sacred day happen and what it doesn't take. So I want to be honest and open with them and change minds across the world. Hopefully I have a larger platform one day where I can speak at a conference or something and say, you don't have to do this. This is your day. Make it your own. This is a day you'll never forget. And so by being a part of such a huge day, you're changing lives, but just releasing them from a lot of different things that they feel like they have to do. I think, I'm changing lives in that way.
Okay, man. I mean, that's dope, man. I wish you much success all throughout. Speaking of 2019.
Oh, man.
I almost forgot. I had to ask about 2019. It's the new year.
Yeah.
What were some of your goals for the new year, bro?
Again, just getting my financials in order, making sure they are tip top. I am personally, I want to get more fit, and I know that's what everybody does, but you'll see.
Okay.
You'll see. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, what they say? It takes 1 month for you to see for you to see results in yourself. It takes 2-3 months for everybody else to see it.
Man, let me tell you something. It's coming, and I ain't playing no games. And then also I want to look into real estate.
Oh, definitely do real estate, bro.
Yeah,
Airbnb is a wave.
Yeah, man. I want to look into that, and I want to, just that's my big thing. I want to look into.
Okay. All right, awesome. That's dope. I wish you much success in this new year, man. I wish 2019 can you just kill it, crush it all 2019, bro. Man. Is there anything else I can help you with? If anything I can do to help you further on your career, man, look, don't hesitate to let me know. You know, you can always come back on the podcast, promote something, promote yourself, build your brand up. Anyway, doors always open.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
No problem.
It's a great interview, man.
It was, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. Let's take a picture right quick.
All right.